a healthcare worker watching this video, come closer. This is for you. Please don't miss this video for any reason because I've got something exciting to share with you today. So whether you're in the UK or you're looking to move to any part of the world, Canada, US, Australia, you just want to move abroad and you're a healthcare worker, or you are in the UK already and you are a healthcare worker, please stick around. There's been a lot going on with the UK right now. For those who are familiar with the news, especially with the fact that the UK government is planning to extend the time for ILR for care workers, basically because they are considered as low-skilled workers, okay? And there's just been a lot of buzz around it. But today, right, talking about low-skilled workers and all of that, we're going to be sharing with you something that you can do as a healthcare worker to move from being a low-skilled worker to a high-skilled worker, okay? So that you will just save yourself the stress and the headache. I have a special guest here. She's going to introduce herself and then we'll just get right into it.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ramat. I work with the NHS. I work as a business analyst with the NHS. Yeah, that's me.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tochi. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you. First of all, do you go to the office or do you work remotely?
I work remotely. I have to go to the office when it is entirely necessary, but I am always working from home.
That's everybody's dream.
I know. It's a bonus being a mom, being a wife, having to juggle everything, and I cannot imagine having to commute to work every day. So yeah, I'm thankful that I have to work remotely.
I know, right? I understand that feeling because it can be a lot having to juggle everything, going to work, then family, everything. Like it can be a lot. But just that flexibility of working from home makes a lot of difference, right?
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
So why do you think people should consider a career in tech and remote work opportunities? And what difference do you think it makes? I know we've touched on this, but from your experience now, what difference do you think it makes? And what will you say to those that are looking to start?
Firstly, we know technology is such a big deal now. Everywhere, every industry, from the healthcare industry to the energy industry to pharmaceutical industry, everyone is looking at technological advancements. So it is such a big deal and a wave. And that is why people should consider pivoting into tech really. So we have tech roles such as business analysis, project management, data analysis. All of those roles are going to be in rave for the longest time. So the earlier, the better people begin to tap into this opportunity. And for remote working, tech provides this opportunity around remote working. You don't have to be in the office 24/7 when you are in the tech world. For example, I work from home entirely. I just have to go to the office, like I mentioned, when it is necessary. So yeah, that's like the opportunity that the tech world prefers to you. And one thing I would say is also accessibility. So with remote working, you can access opportunities everywhere and at any point in time around the world. I remember very recently, I was just surfing through the internet and I couldn't believe the amount of remote job opportunities available in Dubai. And I was like, wow, so it's entirely possible. You can even be in UK and work anywhere. You have that access, you have that opportunity. So that is the difference that it makes from my perspective.
Okay. So what would you say to someone that's looking to start now? Because you hear people say, oh, it's saturated, oh, it's too late. Like, what do you have to say to people that are having that thought? Do you think it's too late? Do you think with everything going on in the UK now that going into tech is a no-no, like people should just forget about it and do other things?
It's never too late. It's never too late. You can start now, but it's better you start now rather than later because the opportunities are everywhere. It is advisable you begin to tap in and look into it now. And one thing I will say to people looking to start is don't overthink it. Once you say you want to do it, once you've made up your mind to go into the tech line, don't overthink it. Just do what you have to do. it takes a lot, to be honest with you. It's not just about your degree, it's not about your master's degree. You have to build up that skills in order to get into tech. So take the next step already. Don't wait for later. Opportunities are everywhere.
I think I agree with you. I don't think it's too late to do anything. And I don't also think any field is oversaturated. I
Yeah.
feel like there's enough room for everybody. The sky is big enough. And there's this saying that I know that goes, whenever you wake up is your morning. So it's just best to start now.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. If you say that, oh, because you see so many people doing it, people get into it every day. You're not even going to be the first and you're not going to be the last. So it's just you. It's just you to make up your mind, really.
Yeah. So for people that are new to tech, what strategies would you say can help people land their first jobs? And there's also this course that State Analytics is trying to introduce, the Health Tech Data School, which is basically for healthcare workers who would want to transition into tech. The experience is the same, your medical experience, your healthcare experience is the same. We just need that and a little touch of tech to do the magic, right? So what would you say to people who are new? Because sometimes when you hear tech, it sounds so big. Oh, can I do it? I don't have the experience. I'm new to this thing. I'm a lawyer. I read marketing in school. I read mass communication. I read biology. I have no business with mathematics or tech or stuff like that. So what would you say to people who are new to this thing and they really want to learn it, and they are also scared that will they be able to land their first jobs and all of that? So what strategies would you advise for such people?
Yes, so I would say, first of all, nothing is too big for you to handle. Everybody can, if you put your mind at something, you're able to handle it. I believe so. That's my own belief. So for anybody that's willing to transition into tech from being an healthcare worker or a social worker or anything that has to do with care, what I would say, one strategy that worked for me was building the experience. Yeah, the experience of tech. There are different tech roles. When you hear tech isn't just about coding or about bugs, fixing bugs or stuff like that. There are different aspects. It depends on the one you want to go about. For me, I chose the business analysis part of it, and I don't do anything coding. So that's like a win for me. For people that have the ability or are interested in coding, then they can go into data analytics and being a developer, things like that. So yeah, you have to first decide what you want, what part of tech you want to dive into, and then build the experience. When I say build the experience, it means taking courses, putting yourself out there, tapping into resources that are available everywhere. For me, when I wanted to transition into tech, I wasn't doing anything tech. I wasn't doing anything business analysis. I was a customer service rep. And then I felt like, how was I going to transition? How is it going to be possible for me, until I stumbled on the 10 analytics thing, and then it was entirely possible. I hadn't even finished my course with them when I landed my role with the NHS. So it was that good. So things like that are strategies you can use to get into the tech world already. It worked for me, and it can work for any other person as well. So secondly, another strategy that I know that could possibly work is, if you are in a work environment, probably you work as a healthcare worker or a social worker, there are opportunities within your space that you can look into that is around what you want to do. Probably as a business analyst, if you look inwards, there are kind of opportunities that you can tap into in your current workspace. So my advice would be, if there are, start from where you are. Start from where you are, volunteer, pick up opportunities, be inquisitive, be curious, and then just pick it up from there. And then you can now back it up with taking courses, building your experiences. I know that with 10 analytics, they build your experience. It isn't just about teaching you. You work on real life projects, and that gathers up together to make you, and then you're able to present yourself that you've done this, you've done that during your time at analytics. So I know that works for sure. But if you cannot do that yet, begin from where you are. Begin to gather the experience from where you find yourself. So that is the strategy I would put out there and advise people who are just looking to start newly.
Okay, thank you very much. That makes so much sense. So I know you mentioned different roles in tech and all of that. So how were you able to choose your own career path? Like, what really influenced your decision?
Firstly, I said that I used to work as a customer service rep, and I used to work with British Gas, and it was entirely a business with the way we handled customer and all of that. The business aspect of it was quite interesting for me. And then that was one influence. And the other influence is I studied economics in school. So I have a bit of business ideas, business knowledge, and all of that. So that was what influenced my own decision to go into the line of business analysis. It didn't mean that I have done it before or I had the experience, but because I was surrounded in the business world and I studied economics, it influenced my decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you mentioned that you trained with analytics. Would you say it was effective? If it was, how effective was it? And what aspects made it for you?
It was effective because if it wasn't, I wouldn't land my job even while I was still doing the course. So the course spanned for 3 months, and in the second month, I landed the role with the NHS. So it was really effective. Speaking of aspects that was very effective, every aspect, because they did the facilitation. They always do this mentoring session 1 day in a week where they kind of advise, they go through your LinkedIn profile, they go through your CV. All of that was very good. But one aspect stood out for me, and I would say is the interview preparation aspect. It was everything. They build your experience, they teach you, you gather all of those experience, but how well do you present it is a key factor to getting a job. And they are there, they are always there to hold your hand. So for me, when I landed my interview, when I got the interview, I approached them to say that this is what I am, this is what I did, and this is the role I have gotten. And then we started the mock preparation for the interview. It was a proper mock preparation. I did it 3 times with them, the first one, the second one, and the third one. So it was the third one that I really perfected. The facilitator was very fantastic. He walked me through everything. We had like a proper presentation, and that was how I represented myself in the interview, and I got the job. So it's one thing to have all the experience that they teach you. It's another thing to be able to sell yourself, and they're always there to hold your hands really. So that aspect stood out for me.
I also know that Analytics is trying to introduce the health tech data school, and this is basically for healthcare workers. It's just like adding data knowledge to your already existing healthcare knowledge and experience. So it's for healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, care workers, support workers, ward clerks. If you basically have a healthcare experience working in the hospital, or in a healthcare setting, they also want to help you so that you can get a better job in your field. Okay. Yes, they're also training every other person that is not a healthcare worker, but they also have a special program they're running now specifically for healthcare workers. So I just thought to mention that. I'm going to leave the link for you to register, and in fact, all the contact details that you need will be in the description of this video. Okay. Thank you so much, Rama. But before you go, would you recommend this program to somebody else, and what advice would you give to people that are watching right now?
Yes, I will. That's the short answer, and it's an advantage for people already in the healthcare sector to tap in really, because our NHS now are looking into like a digital transformation. The 10-year plan for NHS is hovering around digital transformation. So if you currently work in the healthcare sector, it's a good time for you to dive into tech with this program that 10Analytics is offering. So I would say go for it. Don't overthink it. Go for it and just get up to skills with it. Apply for the jobs and then you get it. That's it, really.
Yeah, I too recommend, especially for healthcare assistants, support workers, because these jobs are low skill jobs, right? And you don't want to remain at that bottom for a long time. And you guys, with everything going on in the UK right now, you understand that being on that low skill level is not where you want to be. As a migrant, you should be, everybody, all of us should, the first thing that should come to your mind once you get the opportunity is to upskill, get out of that lower, whatever, that low skill job and go up, climb up the ladder so that once they start cutting down people that are in the low skill level and everything, it will not affect you. So I feel like this is something that you should consider. You can just speak to them. Probably they will help to convince you or just hear you out, and that will help you make a better, well-informed decision. So thank you so much, Ramat, for coming, and thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to check out Analytics. All their details will be in the description box. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.